It's quite hard to prove that these are not isolated incidents, and these are situations aren't connected. This is the lawyer referral. That's the lawyer right there. This is the information for a protection order. I'm not sure if it's focusing and you can see it. It gives the address and information. They told me this is for a protection order because on my phone they have played games, and I call all these attorneys and they tell me they don't do protection orders, or either they stop. It's just incredible. So I call the lawyer referral line, and then all the attorneys she gives me don't do protection orders either on the referral line. She only gives me two. Calling the referral hotline. Let's go back to it. These are the two referrals right here. I have all these police reports. I mean, they're stacking up, and they will not investigate any of them. So these are the two referrals. Let me click into the other one. She gave me two over the phone, but in my email, just one. So I call the attorney referral hotline, and they can only come up with one attorney for a protection order that does not do protection orders. The number that's listed is 972-644-3885 because I've had a lot of problems. And the Bar Association attorney hotline is still not able to give me assistance to get a protection order. So let's call this attorney and see what happens. This is the number that was given to me.
Mark Cohen, how may I direct your call?
Yes, do you handle family law? I'm trying to get a protection order.
Yeah, let me transfer you over to Mr. Cohen.
You do?
I answer for quite a few different attorneys, and I'm relatively new. I'm still learning everyone's specialties, so that's why I'm going to get you over directly to the lawyer.
Okay, because I call these attorneys, and they really don't have information on what they do, which is odd. Because before my abuser got involved, attorneys did not sabotage you getting assistance to escape the abuser. But okay, let's see how this goes. You don't know if you do protection orders?
I'm not sure, only because I'm really new, and I answer for, just as I said, quite a few different attorneys, and I'm still learning what everyone specializes in. So I don't want to give you inaccurate information because, some attorneys just practice in multiple areas, and I'm still learning each and every one individually.
Sure.
And, so I just don't want to give you any wrong information, so I'll transfer you over to Mr. Cohn. If you get the voicemail, please leave him a message.
Can you just put me on a brief hold, because this has been going on years. So it really shouldn't be that difficult to find out if you do protection orders. And I would think that a law firm would be, structured enough to know what services they provide. So that's unusual for a law firm to not know the services they provide and the kind of representation services they, give. So if you can place me on hold, because the attorneys don't call me back for years, ma'am. And I want to see why they told me at another time you don't do protection orders, but the Bar Association gave me your information saying that you do. So I just want a definitive answer. So can you place me on hold and find out if you do protection orders? Because that's a crisis if someone's doing a protection order. That's pretty serious. And then to place them on hold for years. You don't know my experiences, ma'am. I can't get them with any government agency. So I'm trying to venture out and pay an attorney to get one and still can't. So I know you don't know my experiences, but if it's possible, can you place me on hold and figure out if you do protection orders?
Yes, ma'am. 1 moment, please.
Okay, thank you. I believe since the abuser is able to manipulate the call. Now this is someone with a mental illness, and he thinks that it's completely acceptable to control every call. That's perfectly fine for him. If he has the funds and the means and the ability to do it, he's allowed to do it and get away with it. Why would the police interrupt me at AT&T, be there waiting on me to prevent me from talking to AT&T? Now they're forcing my providers to not deny me any investigation or any services to prevent me from being on this counterfeit network where my calls are controlled for years. But nonetheless, yes, it's unfortunate for me that he's able to get away with this and abuse power to this degree. And I have absolutely no clue how to get out of this. But one thing that this channel should establish for sure, that the government... Hello?
Hi, ma'am. Thank you for holding. Yes, I got the answer for you. And yes, Mr. Cohn does do protection orders under family law.
Oh, because another party told me that they didn't when I called. That's odd enough. Okay, so I would like to get a protection.
Ma'am, we're not directly affiliated. Like, we answer the calls for attorneys and route them where we need to go.
I just want to get in. I just want to move forward with a protection order because that's been done. I've been redirected for years, ma'am. So on the protection orders, how do I get started with getting the protection order and getting information for the protection order?
As I said, Mr. Cohn is not available at the moment. I can transfer you over to his voicemail. And
okay, who did you just talk to? Who did you just talk to? This is not ma'am, I don't know why I'm calling and multiple parties interrupt me getting protection orders and are rude. I'm not quite sure what kind of protection that you'll give me and assistance you'll give me, and if the initial conversation you're being rude. I just would advise you if people are trying to get protection orders. I would advise you if people are trying to get protection orders, a lot of times that they may feel their life is in jeopardy, and to disregard them and not allow them to speak is not very good customer service. So who did you just speak with?
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm not sure why you're coming off on me sideways. I'm just letting you know.
Sure, ma'am. I feel like I'm getting gaslit, ma'am. I just want to know who you just spoke with. Who you just spoke with, ma'am.
I spoke with Odom.
Okay, is Odom available to give me information since you're new?
Let me place you on a brief hold.
Sure. So I'm not going to get anything resolved because it's all controlled. These calls are definitely, something's wrong with the multitude of these calls if they're covering for me redirecting, and covering for the crimes. Why would I pay someone to represent me that's doing this in the beginning? And lucky for me, I haven't even had to pay anyone because they just denied representation up front. So what I was trying to say is if the government is, not being regulated and controlled, is that dangerous for all citizens? When they get out of control and can be controlled by a stalker to the degree to where they steal food stamps, child support payments, and deny that person the right to go to court multiple different times. Is that safe? If you think that it's not, why is this still going on? They just flat out would not give me access to my child with the legal custodial agreement, my son. So then they switched it up and then schemed to not give me access to my daughter. Now, if you don't know who I am as a person, you don't know why that would be devastating. You don't know that I carved pumpkins with my children, went to games, had the basketball team over, had sleepovers, and did multiple different things and was involved in my children's life. Yes, I made mistakes, but I was very involved. All parties that know me know how I am in my children's life. That's why it's being done. Are you there?
Hello, this is Odom.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, good morning. Hey, I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
Well, I'm having a hard time getting a protection order and getting any assistance from multiple different law firms. So I'm trying to get help.
No, go ahead. I'm going to let you talk and then I'm going to talk. Go ahead.
That'll be nice. May I know your position? May I know your position?
I'm an assistant. That's all. I'm an assistant. So both of the guys are actually in court right now. They don't take phone calls. I do apologize that Morgan, I don't know how that conversation went, but Morgan is simply someone that just takes phone calls on our behalf.
Well, I want to get this. I'm just pressed for time. So with the protection order, the police is involved in the abuse. What can you do to potentially protect someone? How do I get started on getting protected pretty quick? because I've been going through it years, and I was pushed and shoved at Frank Crowley out of corruption, and then forced to leave
I
it.
totally understand that, but if you
I
do
can't
something,
communicate.
like I know,
This is a law firm that would be
Okay,
representing me, and I can't tell you why I need the protection order.
so I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you're actually cutting me off. So I'm like I said, I'm gonna let you talk, and then I'm gonna talk because I'm trying to.
I don't know why you would gaslight me, a random
point.
organization, protection order, a random law firm. I was trying to tell you my experiences and you cut me off. I don't know why you would gaslight me and blame me for you cutting me off. I was trying to inform you that police were involved in the abuse, and I don't know why everyone I call on my phone, random people, cover for the crimes I experienced. And like I told the receptionist, if people are doing protection orders, I don't know where your sympathy or your empathy is. Because if you're doing protection orders, I'm sure people call you in crisis. So I don't know why you would interrupt me from reporting that. And if police have involvement in the government, that's really serious.
I totally understand that, ma'am, but however, you have to allow someone to speak if you're going
Well,
to
can we get to how you're going to help out? You're gaslighting me. I don't think I deserve that, but I'd like to know how you're going to provide me services.
Like you, and our phone calls are definitely recorded, so I definitely apologize if you feel
Are you denying me services? I'd like to know how I can get protected. I got this number from the Bar Association, and they told me initially that you don't help. I don't know why that party would lie and say that you don't do protection orders. But some kind of way, when I showed the email that I got.
You may have to contact another lawyer if you're wanting to speak with someone right away. These guys
I don't know why you were placed on the phone and you're unwilling to give me information on how to protect myself and what you guys do there. Well, I don't know why you would sabotage me getting a protection order, sir.
No one is sabotaging.
Okay, so what do you do to help? What do you do to assist?
So if they're not available, that's not the same as sabotage, man. Those are two totally different definitions.
Okay, so your position is you're a representative and you have absolutely no clue on what you do to the process of getting a person a protection order that's in jeopardy now.
Okay, so like I stated, our phone calls are definitely recorded. So the guys are not able to take a phone call. They're actually in court right now. So if you want to leave them a detailed message, I guarantee you they won't have a problem.
Well, sir, I've been leaving messages for years, and you got to see it to believe it, and parties aren't calling me back, multiple different attorneys, and I don't know why the first time I called you guys, they lied to me and told me you don't do protection orders.
Listen to what you said, though. You said you called multiple different attorneys and no one has called you back yet.
Right.
I can only assume that everyone is actually busy.
For years, sir? For years. I think it has something to do with why the police were waiting at AT&T and gave me a criminal trespass for trying to report these suspicious calls, and why multiple parties are abusive and gaslight me, completely random people. I think that's why my providers are enlisted in crimes. I'm not sure if these calls are authentic, sir. You have to see it to believe it.
So if I'm unavailable, that's not the same as gaslighting.
Well, here's the thing. I've been calling, sir. I've been calling attorneys, and they refuse me to give me any information on the services they provide.
You're being gaslighted. That just means that they're busy and they will get to your
You're unwilling to give me any information on how the process of the protection order, sir.
I'm about to give you all the information you need, basically by sending you the voicemail, and then you leave a detailed message to the lawyer and having them to give you a call back, because that is the only way that Andrew and Mark Cohen does work. So I apologize.
Yeah, 90% of my calls aren't being returned. Let me go ahead and leave the voicemail, sir. Someone needs to do something about why these calls aren't being returned. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Okay. Totally. I'm going to definitely get you over to his voicemail. Give me 1 second.
So these texters definitely get upset when I try to do a protection order. The police departments try to get upset. They get upset when I try to get protected. And the places I'm going to get protected are upset that I'm there trying to get protected. So it's just a revolving door of chaos. Hello, my name is Kiana Clark. I'm trying to get a protection order. I was trying to tell your representative, multiple representatives, that my abuse involves police corruption and multiple false arrests. And they were unwilling to really give me any detailed information on the services you provide, and didn't even really know if you did protection orders initially. But hopefully you can give me a call. I would be a paying client. And for years, I've had an inability to get protection from this man. So please give me a call at